Hello friends, this is Mel from Mel's Exotics. Today I wanted to show off the disaster that is my basement as kind of a before shot, and then hopefully we'll do an after shot sometime tomorrow after I've had some chance to clean up a bit and you can see the difference. So I want to just kind of quickly walk through and talk about what's going on. I guess I'll just start wandering around. I'll talk about what happened later, but so this is my current monkey tail enclosure. It's a PVC enclosure turned on its side. And this was lent to me last year when I impulse bought the monkey tails, which this is why you don't do it, because then you end up with animals that have an enclosure that's not really great. I don't like this enclosure. For one, it is not designed to hold water, so when I spray them down, it leaks. Two, they don't have enough real resting places. They've got like this ledge here. They don't like up here. It's too warm, I guess. And then they have the ground. So I want more resting places like I did with this one, where my monkey tail loved resting on these ledges. And I would often find her tucked up in different, or I guess him, tucked up in different ledge spaces in addition on the ground. So I want to give them more options for where they want to rest. The good news is I have, I guess, entered into a deal with Species Canada, which is a local business that I hope to feature a little bit because they're pretty freaking awesome. And yeah, Al's watching me because he's mad. You have to be careful with the locks on this. Hey, Al. Hey. Say hi to the camera. So one of the issues is I like putting their food up here, and then they knock it down there into the water dish. Yeah. So then all of their food gets disgusting and their water gets disgusting, and that water is something I have to change multiple. Oh, I have to get the key. I'm not actually going to open it then yet, but yeah, basically this is what they do to this tank constantly, and I can't wait to have a upgraded version. Al really wants out. Sorry, bud, not yet, okay? I'm going out soon, so. This enclosure is just being left as is for right now, except again I have to get rid of those spiders. I'm sorry to anyone who was upset by that video. Sorry, Tiffy. But trying to keep the isopods alive. You see the isopods in there? Yeah, there's a thriving colony of isopods living in here, so I don't want to kill them off. But the tank needs to be stripped and refinished. It worked decently, but as you can see, this the 1 or 2 coats of Drylock that I used was not nearly enough for monkey tail claws, and it just ripped into all this foam. So yeah, kind of doing an upgraded version. It's going to be in this corner. It's 4 foot wide, 2 foot deep, and 6 foot tall. So it's going to be just as tall as the one they're in, but it's going to be, this one's what, maybe 20 inches, 2 foot, I don't know, but it'll be double that at least. So, and we'll be able to put more ledges in and put a misting system. It'll have a nice big water tray at the bottom so I can mist them easily. And so that's something to look forward to over the next month. Like, they're building it for me right now. So we'll see when it can be installed. And for now, I'm going to clean out their water again, go buy them some fresh greens, and maybe have them out to play a bit later, because I'm planning to do a live stream later, but like later. We'll see what happens. This is kind of a run-up. So yeah, that tank's being left as is. My plants are a little sad. One of the times the monkey tails got out, they ate my poor pothos plant down to like nibs, so I gotta wrap it around again and water it again and look after these poor plants. My fish tanks, they're doing okay, but they obviously are very low on water, so I have to do a water change. And then I have to clean out their filters because those filters are horrible. And then I have to figure out how to clean up roots and overgrown plants and stuff. The fish seem to like it, but Ricky says I gotta clean it up, so I gotta clean it up. Oh, here is, I think this is amaranth. So I'm gonna look into getting a UVB bulb for their enclosure because they're gonna be in here for another 6 months to a year. So yeah, I'd like them to have some UV. Hello, how you doing? This tank is bioactive in that it is full of mealworm beetles and different stuff like that. It wasn't intentional, but they are a good cleanup crew. This is full of grain mites. That's their food. They like that tiki cat mousse, which goes gross after a bit. Someone's tail is there. Who's here? Who's under here? I want to know. Sorry, yeah. You guys can look at this while I... Is this punch or amaranth? Oh, there we go. There we are. Yeah, they're very tame. Ricky's especially been giving them lots of food lately. Oh, there you go. You coming out or are you gonna stay hidden? Hey, 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 easy. Careful. Don't fall. So, yeah, Ricky gives them snails, so they really like coming out to the front now and seeing people. They're doing well. I won't say this is perfect. I do have plans to upgrade, but they are doing really well. I don't expect to have babies this year. I think these guys are still too small. They're getting along, but if they start with breeding behavior and they're not much bigger, I'm going to weigh them all and see what they're at. But it feels to me like they're still so small compared to my blue tongues that I'm scared of them trying to breed this coming year. I think I'd like to give them another year without that stress. Yeah. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what you're doing in the spring. So I'm not going to intentionally try and brewmate these guys at all. I'm not changing anything for them, except I plan to add a UV light so they get some, oh, bye-bye. They get some UV. Similarly, I'm going to upgrade this one to also have the UV light, and the 3 smaller pink tongues will hopefully move into this. We'll see how that goes. I've already mentioned Bull, and I did a little video of him being invisible earlier, but yeah, I think his new home is ready for him. So he's gonna move out soon and go live with someone who he can bite to his happy snake life's extent. I don't know. He loves biting people, and he's so cute, and you just want to boop him on the nose, and then he bites you. And I would rather have a snake that doesn't bite me. So he's gonna go live with someone who's happy to get bit. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we're gonna see the Heteronodia benoye, or binose gecko today, but she's actually been offered to Species Canada if they are interested in working with this species. Because it's parthenogenic, If they're set up right, one female can create an entire colony. Um, I'm not really set up for them. I'm sure she's been laying eggs and I've failed to look for them. Um, so if someone wants to work with this species, yeah, let me know. I'm hoping that maybe Species Canada does, because they can build an enclosure that would be amazing for her. Um, Finally, the Peters Bandits, I think they're staying in here for the winter, and we're gonna work on building them an upgraded enclosure or multiple enclosures for the spring. You can see they're out of water right now. Their crickets have filled this water dish. That's every night. Yeah, I want to give them, like, if they're all gonna stay together, I want to give them a really big enclosure. Like, think of it. Yes, they are staying. I couldn't handle getting rid of them when I'd just gotten into them. I'm a sap and I love them all so much, and everyone else loves them, so I am keeping them. Also, the people who wanted them didn't seem to want them that much, so yeah, they're mine. I'm thinking of building them, like, I think with the 4-foot enclosure here, I can do something like an 8-foot enclosure here. Be really cool if I could put like a desk on top of it, so that I could sit at my desk and they could be all in there. Because the thing is, you don't see them during the day. Like, that's the thing. You got to design their tank. If you're going to look at it during the day, you got to design it to be somewhat interesting, because I see them during the day maybe once a week. And so usually they're an evening friend, and I'd like to set up a camera in their enclosure so we can actually watch them and see what they do. I think that would be really cool. So I'm going to see who's able to do that. If Species Canada is, maybe, or if some of my other friends are able to help me figure that out. Anyway, that's the next project after the monkey tails. You have one that I can have. You have a camera? Is that what we were talking about? So these are the blue tongues. They're doing well, but we haven't, so I don't know if you saw, but Sunday got canceled, the Leaf-ageddon. Oh, awesome. I would love to borrow that camera and set it up in the Peters Bandits enclosure. I don't think we've ever really done, or there's ever really been a live action watching Peters Bandits. So I think that would be really informative for the species to see how they react when people aren't around. Yeah, so the blue tongues are doing good, but they still have their old shavings. The Leafs are still here. It was canceled because of sickness by lots of people. Like, lots of people around me are sick, so we're all just trying to get healthy. And then we'll figure out the leaves, and it just won't be the same big fun event that I had, tried for. That's fine. It's all good. We'll get them leaves in there at some point and they can experience it. And then we're going to reduce the heat and kind of start slowing them down for the winter. I don't force brumate, as in I don't put them into the little boxes and put them in like a cool space. Some species that works really well for. I didn't have good luck with it, so I don't do it anymore. I reduce the lights a little bit every fall and increase them in the spring, and I try and let the temperatures in the room drop. So right now the room says it's at 78. A week ago it was reading 82. When the house heating kicked in, the basement got really hot, and so a lot of the skinks were just soaking in their water dishes. You can actually see they're not as much now, which is a good sign that they are more comfortable again. Yeah, hello, Marley. Hi. Are you hoping Thindra comes tomorrow? Yeah, I have squash upstairs for you. I haven't made it yet. I'm sorry, everyone's been sick. Yeah. Again, they're doing really well. No complaints. The babies are doing well. We want to move them up, but that's just a work in progress. I'm not sure, is there anything I should address that I haven't lately? So this is meant to be like a before look, and I'm going out running around picking up supplies. Thindra is hopefully coming tomorrow to help me with some cleanups, and I'll be working on the general stuff, my fish tanks, stuff like that. So yeah, expect another video in a little bit. Again, probably a day or so, that shows what I've managed to clean up so far, and then another video once we get the new tank, because that's super exciting to me. Like, I get to move them into something that's more than twice the size of what they're in, and actually designed with them in mind. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm going to plug my BMAC membership. I have a Buy Me a Coffee, and it's basically a place where if you want to financially support me and the animals, you are able to do that. I send out a sticker to my BMAC members every month. If you're a higher level BMAC member, maybe you'll get like a keychain or something. And those items are also just available for sale online if you just want an item. Basically, winter is coming and I have to start feeding these guys store-bought greens, and that's just going to cost a bit extra, so I'm plugging my membership because that money goes towards buying food for the animals. If you feel like buying a meal for the animals, please check out the BMAC. And otherwise, I might do a live stream tonight, because apparently it's a full moon. Although last night was the lunar moon, or lunar eclipse, which was apparently really cool. But it was all cloudy here in Manitoba, so I didn't get to see it. I will watch some videos of it online. But yeah, tonight I'm going to light a candle and just spend some time thinking about letting go and what the last few weeks have done, what they've meant, etc. And maybe I'll do a live stream, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm tired. I gotta go out driving. My voice is going from talking. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye. How do I turn it off? Oh no.